Okay. Yeah, we're out here.
Another session of the ultimate goal. We're about to start, and we have a lot to do it.
Okay, so Nigeria, as we know it, has so many issues that is worth addressing. So education, or the educational system, is just one of them. So do you think education is the most important issue Nigeria should be addressing? And how important is education in the development of a country such as Nigeria? What are the real benefits of a good educational system? That's what we want to be discussing briefly today.
All right. Can we behind the camera? Can we drop the camera on this? I'm sorry, can I both of us at the same time?
Let me see. Let me see if it's real.
Can you get it?
Yeah, try.
I want to keep it inside. Yeah, like that.
Okay, this one looks better.
Is there a way I can just do like this and to shift to you?
Okay, this one looks better.
Okay.
Let's catch up with us. So, should I repeat the questions? Let me repeat them. Do you think education is the most important issue Nigeria should be addressing? How important is education in the development of a country such as Nigeria? What are the real benefits of a good educational system? So what do you think when it comes to the issues that Nigeria is having and education? Do you think education is the key? If you think, why? Why do you think so? How important is it?
Well, the truth of the matter is that there's no particular problem Nigeria is facing today that is singularly responsible for mishaps and lack of progress. But education surely is a critical concern, or a critical factor that can turn the current dilapidation of the state of the country. Now, the reason why I say this is, which brings me to the question number two. I think it's lack of appropriate or adequate education that makes a lot of Nigerians send their kids abroad for education. And by so doing, we expend our resources in foreign countries to get good quality education. And even those that are here who have some relatively good education, even the ones that are here who have good education are sent abroad to get further training. By so doing, a lot of times we lose them to the international community because they like to see people who are well educated, who are well trained. So I think education is a fundamental factor bedeviling our sector in Nigeria.
Yeah. So I want to see if maybe we can just do a very simple exercise. Very simple. Very simple. And let's see if we can name, let me just say 5 most the most issues
In Nigeria.
In Nigeria, let's just say 5. If we can get more than 5, fine, but let's narrow it to 5. And I would start. I will just write them down as my name. So, number 1, corruption.
Number 2, power.
Corruption. Number 2, power. Right. Number 3, lack of technology, stroke industries. Right.
Yeah.
That one follow. So,
Number 4, I'll say poor educational infrastructure, or well, poor education.
okay. I don't want to add education to it. I just want to call other stuff. So I'll say lack of basic amenities.
Yeah.
Stroke lack of infrastructure. Meaning basic amenities, no drinking water, electricity. In fact, this one almost summarized a lot. So I'll say lack of basic amenities. Any other one you can name? There are a lot of issues in Nigeria, but we're just trying to name a few.
I'd say
Security.
security.
Yeah. Stroke terrorism.
Insecurity.
Insecurity, stroke terrorism. Insecurity. So let's just use this. So now, there's a reason why I don't want to add education. You know, we all know that our educational system is crappy. You know, and we are underdeveloped. So I try to imagine, you know, why are we this way? Poor leadership, I have to add that. Poor leadership. So I try to compare Nigeria and other developed. Like why are we like this? Why are they like that? What is really the problem? You know, it's not a genetic stuff. To me, I think it's more like an institutional stuff. So you watch a country like South Korea, for instance, that gained its independence almost the same time Nigeria did, and then they were very poor country trying to recover, you know. And fast forward to today, South Korea is one of the most developed countries in the world. And when I was trying to read about their history and how they started, you know, developing themselves, there's something that I could not resist because they did not miss that out. It was very well pronounced. In their early days, their budget for education was the highest. They invested massively in education and housing. And massively, meaning they made sure that they impacted on everybody, made sure that literacy is wiped out from their country first, before any other thing. And today we can see the result. Now, the reason why I list all this stuff is, let's see if we can do a quiz to see how education can solve all this stuff. Starting with corruption. Now, one thing you should know is Nigerian problems are interlinked. So it's very difficult not to separate one from the other. You know, because you can say corruption can lead to lack of power, you know, and all those kind of things here. But the reason why there's corruption is because, one, there's no system in place. There's nobody to check the system. Plus, nobody really cares. And I know why I say that. We do not know. The majority of Nigerians are uneducated. We have more illiterate than literate people in Nigeria. Now, if I am an educated person, I can easily play with minds that are illiterate, right? It's now very easy because we have a lot of people that are gullible. It's not very easy to come out. Let's say if I want to campaign for local government chairman or governorship or any of these things, I don't go to the literate. They don't go to the literate. Then you will see that they're always rolling around the towns.
Yes.
Those are the easiest people. You tell them anything, they believe it immediately, and they don't check. The market people and all those street boys, they don't check to see if they do not check to see if the local government, governor, or any of those people are doing what they are supposed to do. They don't. They're only interested in that type of election when money will just go round, cheap money will go round, and that's it. And then the remaining 4 years you suffer, and still you will find out that they are still easy to manipulate over and over again. It's very difficult to manipulate someone that is very well exposed and educated. So, if we have educated people in Nigeria, the corruption will reduce because you have more people that will ask questions to check in the first place. Also, you will find out that it will be very difficult for you to win positions because there are more intelligent people trying to check. Look, you have to tell me something more solid than this for me to trust if you can take that position. We don't have that. So, if we say we should look at or do you have anything to add to?
Well, I just feel the fundamental of all these issues we've called now, both power, both corruption, for the fundamental of all five of them is proper education. Because in the Western world, where people receive utmost education, they all believe that their education is enough to sustain them. Because education, I mean, does not just generally mean learning one trade or one discipline or one course. It's a general thing. It can put us away from the mindset we have as Nigerians generally, that things are not going to work, that things will never work. You know, it can eject us from that mindset, because their mindset alone is another problem that Nigerians are facing, Nigerians are suffering from. And that mindset needs to be ejected from the minds of people. So I would say education is educating the individual about government. We can understand how government is run. By the time we understand the way government is run, we can be able to critique the government adequately or appropriately, because we know exactly what GDP is, how to raise, how to analyze the budget, so that when the budget is being passed, we can understand it. So education in Nigeria is really important. The second thing I would say is, Nigeria is like a company of its own. It has its finance department, it has its accounts department, it has its legal department, and it has the workforce, the operations department, which is all of us. So, in an organization, every year you declare what they call profits. And this profit is gotten from taxes, it's gotten from, majorly gotten from taxes. And at the end of every year, there should be a report Sorry, I was trying to drive at a point. Education. Okay, well, I'm trying to drive at a point where education is very, very, very necessary. Okay, when I remember, I'll get back to that point. But all I'm trying to say is that, okay, here, this is the point. Nigeria is like a company, and some of us who have been doing business understand that if you want your company to thrive, you must, if you want to grow your business, you first of all grow or train the workforce, and the workforce will deliver a successful business here to you. Now you say, develop the people and the people will develop your business. That's a very simple ideology that entrepreneurs have in order to grow their business from one level to another.
Exactly.
So if you have a company today and you don't train or motivate your staff,
then how do you expect them to do the work they are supposed to do?
There's no way that company will grow from one level to another. Go and check history till today. Look around the companies around you. Check for those companies and motivate their staff and see what they're making as profit at the end of the year. Now, don't get it twisted. Don't think that these companies are making money. That is why they're motivating their staff. No, they are motivating their staff. That's why they're making profits. So that's the same thing with Nigeria. Develop the people, and the people will deliver a successful business to you. So Nigeria as a whole, if you do not motivate the country, there is no way the country will thrive to the next level. It's not even possible. Today, UK is taxing their staff, their citizens, 40%. And that same UK is where you see a lot of Nigerians trying to run to for education, for livelihood, you know. They are aware of the fact that you're taxing them 40%. That means 40% of their hard income is going to government, is going to the Queen. But they are paying it gladly because the system is working. Because when they put on their taps, they see water flowing. Because they have good roads, good internet, wonderful lifestyle. But they don't have money. But they don't even know that they don't have money.
Because they are
living okay life.
Standard of living is very good.
Standard of living is perfect. So that is where education comes into play. You must train your staff. You must educate your staff. You must. If you don't do this, you lose.
That's actually what separates a very good company and the others.
Yes.
That's why you have to be able to. And another thing is you shouldn't limit our mind to think that education is just classroom.
Exactly what I said.
It's not just classroom, even if classroom is extremely important, because you find out that Nigerian educational system and the system that they have out there, they are different. You know, even if you want to talk about the classroom education, your classroom education should be very good one that will lead to opportunities and exposure. You cannot have a school where the teachers don't know how to speak
English.
You know, and they are English teachers.
What exactly are they teaching you?
You understand? The students, they don't have chairs to sit down, and you expect them to learn. How is that possible? It's not possible. So it's something that we need to deeply understand the relevance of a good educational system, the environment, like let learning be for everyone, and it's not just all free learning. Our system should be very good. Why? Because anybody, no matter how poor the person is, anybody that comes out from a good educational system can now expand his mind and think for himself.
Yes.
Even if the government is not working, you find out that the person can now expand, say, look, there are opportunities. You can now see opportunities more around you. So, okay, now I know this, I can now do this, I can now do that.
The poverty rate in Nigeria is increasing by the day.
It's increasing, and because the truth is, How won't it increase when you see people that are not well educated? They are on the streets from morning till night.
Even if you give an illiterate money, 10 million naira,
it's going to lose it.
He will lose it, he will finish it because he doesn't know what he is going to do.
Meanwhile, there are opportunities around, but he cannot, because what education does is it expands your mind one step at a time. From when you're in primary school, secondary school, you have, you know, till when you from the university, if you want to continue your master's, your mind expands.
And another thing about education is, you always need to upgrade your knowledge. Every once in a while, you need to upgrade. That's what education also tells you.
Yes, but the thing is, you need to start from basic. Yes. And that's the thing. That's where the Nigerian government has a role to play. The Nigerian government cannot come to motivate you to educate yourself to some level if you had the basic standard of education. The truth is, at my level, even if for instance I don't have a job or anything, but I've gone to school and all that, I shouldn't rely on the government to tell me that, look, you need to expand, you need to be developing yourself, reading and learning more things every day. That's the given. You need to do that. But before I come to this point where I can do that, I need to have a basic standing first. Most Nigerians don't have that basic standing. They don't have that basic standing. You need to start from the basic. Teach them the basic. Let them go to good nursery schools, good primary schools, good secondary schools. Once you talk to someone, even if the person is still in school, and you talk to someone that have never gone to school, you will see the difference.
People say that there are no jobs. The question is, who will they employ? Exactly. If they come out today and say out of 1,000 engineers, you find out that only about 70, if not less, are qualified.
Are close to being qualified.
So where will they start from? No, the problem is
that's why that basic should come first, because that basic allows you to be able to expand your mind. Imagine if 80% of Nigerians have quality education. 80%. That will just within the next 5 years, this whole country will be transformed.
Yes,
that's the truth. If 80% have good quality education, one is your thinking faculty, your creativity is going to be very, you have an opportunity to think of different things. Oh, I think this is an opportunity, let's do this, or I need to learn more of this so I can do, you get to that point where your mind has been expanded for you to be able to do a lot of things on your own. That's support.
I remember Jack Ma said something that what we are learning today is knowledge of 20 years back. Things are changing every day. And a system or a government that does not invest in education will not even bother changing with the system. So what we are learning today is something that should have been learned 20 years back. By now, we shouldn't be learning what we're learning now. I mean, around us, in the world of today. So we need to constantly take education as priority one. I'm going to tell you something that I know that is a given, it's a strong point. Every single individual I know that invested in education in this country today is not looking for a job. Or let me put it this way, it's not looking for...
It's above the poverty.
It's above the poverty level. It's above average.
Above.
Every single individual that is... Welcome. This is genius.
Come and sit down here now.
Every single individual.
It's not going around. So just because it's just two of us. So now here we'll rotate it.
Yeah.
So you can
no, you can come beside.
Let's rotate it now that you're here.
Alright.
So, yeah.
Every single individual I know that invested in education, me personally, every single individual I know that invested in education, they are not looking for jobs today. I mean invested. You know that you're going to investing in education and just educating yourself because everyone happens to go to school, I'm talking of people who sat down and said, I'm not just looking for admission, I'm looking for admission in this university because I want to study something here. And then, while they are studying there, they're looking for opportunities in that same field because they look at education as a criteria.
And let's bear it in mind that I will take myself as an example. I know that not most people in Nigeria, how would I put it? Most people in Nigeria might not be fortunate enough to have experienced some of the things I have. I understand that, but at least I can use my experience to send one or two messages. Now, in school, I did my first degree in Nigeria and I did masters in the UK, and the difference was so clear. It was so clear that it was so clear that I spent just 1 year doing masters in the UK, and it felt like I wasted 5 years of my life in my engineering degree in Nigeria. And it's not even funny because of our educational system. It is not just poor, it's awful. It's that bad, and the most annoying part is it is degrading by the day. It's even worse because I always try to check back this. I graduated how many years ago? Number of years ago, 8-10 years. And how on earth can it be worse? It's supposed to be better. It's supposed to be better. How can it be worse? I'm complaining that it was crappy during my time, and it's worse now. How do you think the future of the youth that you're bringing out from this school, what do you think they're going to do? What do you think there will be a big difference between someone that went, and you always see it, someone that study abroad and is on and you see it. The difference is always clear.
Very clear.
It's always clear, and you ask yourself why. From the school curriculum, internet service, the exposure, and it's not about the theory. You find out that I understood. I thought I knew what I was doing while I was in school. My 1 year in the UK made me understood some basic principles that I studied way back. So it's not just about going to school, but the quality of the school. We don't have quality schools in Nigeria, and it's sad. We don't. How many schools, when you go to school, you'll see labs, equipment, zero. Infrastructure in school, zero. No internet, research, everything. Even the teachers, lecturers are not even qualified. So what do you expect? What do you expect to come out from such? And it's annoying that all these countries, they know that this is one of the major areas when it comes to the future. If you're planning 10 years, 20 years time, you want this country to be in some certain level. Then this generation now are the ones that will be there to lead in that time. What quality are they going? What quality leadership are they going to bring then? When they are coming out from schools with nothing in their head. And these are people that actually go to school. I'm not talking about those that don't go to school at all, which looks Nigerians like that. There are some people that don't go to school at all. That's why people are gullible, because their minds have not been expanded enough for them to reason for themselves.